So I'm at the Opera House back in Tirana. I'm with my friends Carolyn and Sam. They're two expats, one from America and one from England. And we're gonna see an opera tonight, so that'll be my first opera. So I'm excited to check that out. We bought the VIP tickets, of course, because we're classy like that. I have no idea what to expect. I think it's 2.5 hours. I don't know what language it's in, so hopefully it's entertaining. We are here at the ancient site of Apollonia, which is in Albania. But as you can see from some of the architecture, you have a lot of Greek and Roman influences. So it's very cool. So I'm gonna watch my step as I climb down the stairs here. And if you pay attention to the different stone structures around here, you'll see two different types. You'll see the larger bricks, which are from the Hellenistic period, and then you'll see the smaller bricks, which are from the Roman periods. And so you can see that they're both kind of built on top of each other. I'll turn the camera around to give you an example of that. So all of these smaller bricks here, this is the Roman building technique. And then as I understand it, the larger bricks are from the pre-Roman, the Hellenistic period. So there's two different cultures that kind of built on each other here.
And the people would come up to there, they wouldn't actually go inside. So that.
We're up on the hillside, as you can see. It's a nice view. It's kind of one of the boundaries of the old city right here. So one of the walls is right down here. And over there we can see a road that's pretty well preserved that leads to the Acropolis. And then next to that is one of the entries of the more modern bunkers from the communist time. Unfortunately, it sounds like as the dictator built all the bunkers up here, he destroyed a lot of the architecture, a lot of the old history, so that's unfortunate.
That's a Roman brick.
Here we have a better view of that wall I was just trying to show you.
Roman brick. Wow.
Walking on history. We're literally stepping on old pieces of ceramics that are on these ancient roadways.
So this is one of the earlier parts of the city. So what makes it Greek? We know that this part.
That's a calculation.
Aristotle says that when Aristotle, you know, the philosopher, he
Yes,
wrote
yes.
the Apollonia.
He's very creative.
So they've been through this season. They did some more. How he said that.
They're all olive trees, aren't they?
Along this wall, actually we'll see a lot of those symbols that I was pointing out. And what it actually is it's a combination of the alpha in the Greek alphabet and also the delta. And it represents the Apollonian civilization that was here. And sometimes they're inverted or at an angle. And that one would be upside down. I don't know why some of them are upside down. This was built in a very strategic place because it's up on the hill where you can see 360 degrees of everything around you. So here I am standing outside of the city. This is one of the old gates to the city. So this would actually be the gateway. You can see it's very well preserved. You can see the inserts into the stone there where the doors would have actually gone. So aside from that big crack down the middle of it, it's actually in really good shape. So you would enter through the gateway here, and now you're inside of the ancient city.
So when they did so, they moved this Greek inscription.
Oh.
So even though it's a Greek inscription, it's talking about a Roman emperor. So that tells you about the mixed population further on the site.
Oh, excuse me.
Even in the Roman period, they are still sometimes writing in Greek. And we've got more drains. We've got a tower out down there, which is.
We just had a great lunch and finished viewing most of the city, but we're going to go into the museum now. So this is a monastery converted into a museum. There's a church inside I haven't seen yet. But let me tell you some facts about the wall here and even the ground. So this, I think it was built around the 15th century, if I'm not mistaken. But what's really cool about it is they've taken parts, because I mentioned earlier as we walked around that we're walking over, pieces of pottery and old architecture that's just littering the floors. And so what they did when they built this is they repurposed a lot of that. So you have some of the small Roman bricks there. Some of the larger bricks are from the Hellenistic period. And you can see these round ones here. Those are part of columns that they found. So they've basically taken a lot of the scraps from around the floors here, and they built the wall of this monastery, which I think is a really cool way to kind of recycle the history based on the scraps on the ground. And I think even over here, Carolyn was telling us, they have like this lion's head that's from a certain century. And all sorts of cool, I don't know what you'd even call that, but it's fascinating stuff. And then this water spout over here that would have been in a completely different, maybe part of a fountain, and they just decided to make it a wall decoration. And so it's a cool way to incorporate, different periods of history from different buildings to make a new structure. And I was wondering, from an archaeologist point of view, how people feel about like taking scraps from the ground and repurposing them. But I think it's a cool way to do it. Definitely very cool in here. And I love it when there's no other people in sight. That is always awesome. Very cool.
Big,
It's a big column drum.
yeah.
So this was a column repurposed into a well. That's cool. Hope I don't drop my phone.
Yeah. Hang on.
Very cool, very cool. Don't know what I'm looking at, but it's all very beautiful. Really amazing pieces here. Wow, that's big. What's inside of it? I really want to get in there. Let's see. I don't think I'm supposed to, but I have to try. Oh, it's double locked. They don't want me in there. Dang it. Maybe next time.